Hi, I'm Courtney Johnson, and in this video I'm going to be giving you some of my top shooting techniques. These are things that I've learned along the way and mistakes I've made on my road to being a mounted shooter, so hopefully you can learn from my mistakes and avoid some of the common little pitfalls. And these are also some tiny little tips and tricks that'll help make a really big difference.
My first shooting technique is to laugh. This is an acronym for lock, aim, fire, and follow through. You can see here I'm doing this at a walk just to practice and warm up, and it's a really intentional thing that I'm doing going both directions. So I'm going to lock onto my target, I'm going to aim at it with both eyes open, I'm going to fire my weapon, and then I'm going to follow through. So in my brain I've seen that balloon pop. And then I'm going to switch guns and I'm going to do it again. I'm very intense, I'm very intentional, and it's very methodical. Let's talk a little bit more about follow through. This is really important. Watch as I shoot this balloon, watch it pop, and then move my eyes to the next target. Again, watching it pop and then looking for my next target. Same thing in this video as well. I'm honing in, I'm watching it pop, and then going to the next one. This is really important, and it's called target acquisition. I want to make sure that I watch that balloon pop before I move on to the next target, because if I have my eye locked onto the balloon and I'm about to fire and then I look away towards the next target before I actually pull the trigger, my arm is going to come with my gaze, and it could cause me to miss the balloon because my arm has moved off the target and onto the next one. So it's really important that you watch that balloon pop. Doing that for just another millisecond can make a huge difference in how many misses you have at a shoot. The next technique I want to talk about is visualization. I'll run through a course multiple times in my head, visualizing exactly what's going on, and I'll pretend to fire just with my finger. I'll do this several times before I run a course, and it really gives me a leg up on my competitors. With all things being fair and equal, mounted shooting is a huge mental game, and if you can get your visualization down, it's going to give you the edge to beat your competition. One thing I see a lot is people who have what I call floppy arm. They have their shooting arm with a bend in it and it's flopping around all over the place, and they wonder why they miss a lot of shots. So it's very important that you keep your shooting arm straight. It is a direct extension of your eyes and what you're aiming at. If you can keep your arm straight, it will help you increase your accuracy greatly. This may be something you have to intentionally practice, because sometimes when people get nervous or scared, we tend to ball up, which means we put a bend in our elbow and we pull our arms in. You want to be tough and strong, even if you're a little bit nervous. So keep that arm straight for better target acquisition. The last thing I want to talk about is your gun change. It's really important that you try not to look at your holsters when you're doing your gun change. This is a little thing that can make a huge difference. This is a thing that you are absolutely going to need to practice and have some muscle memory for. So let's take a look at some photos of a gun change. I've shot my 5th shot and I'm going to exchange my guns. My eyes are actually on balloon number 6 around the barrel, and I've holstered my gun and I haven't looked down at my guns because they ain't going to change colors, so I'm just going to feel my way. I've holstered my first gun and I slide my hand back to the right because my first gun is right at my belly button. I'm going to slide my hand back to the right, feeling my way to the butt of my second gun, and then I'm going to pull that gun, and as I pull it out, I've still got my eyes on that number 6 balloon. This is a great series of shots where you can really see how I'm focused on it, and as I pull my arm out, I'm still focusing on it, using that arm as an extension of my eyes, getting it nice and straight, and I lock, aim, fire, and I follow through. Practicing your gun change is a really good idea. You can sit in your living room and just practice holstering over and over again to create that muscle memory. That way when you show up at a competition and the adrenaline's pumping, you have muscle memory to rely on.
Thank you so much for checking this video out. We talked about some tips and tricks that'll hopefully help you get on your way to becoming a really awesome mounted shooter. As always, if you have any questions or things you're wondering, feel free to send me a message. You can hit me up in my social media, that's right down here, and I'm always happy to help and lend you a helping hand in becoming an awesome mounted shooter.